Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. So we're going to go ahead and get started, and we are having some of my clients reach out to me and talk to me about some of the things that's going on in their lives. I've had some clients reach out to me and say that they've had flies come into their house, and we all know that it's the end of the fall. It's very cold outside to have flies. I've had one lady call me and say, after doing cleansings, that she saw maggots in her house brought in, by an animal. So, these are the ways that we understand someone is sending spirits to you through the air. When people want to send spirits to you through the air, when you're doing better than they are, when you're happier than they are, when you have blessings upon your life that they cannot obtain, when they are jealous and envious of you, they will send these negative entities, these higher spirits to you through the air. You will be able to understand this by the level of attacks that you will come up under. Your health will come up under attacks. Things will start to depress you a lot in life. People will start to talk down to you. And, here recently, we've had a lot of attacks, in society upon people. So when people cannot, physically attack you, when they cannot control you, they will result to using spirits and send negative attacks upon you with spirits through the air. They can do this with the evil eye. I've seen a lot of people, a lot of my clients, they've had problems with these attacks upon them through the evil eye, people sending attacks through the air where they just stare at you, where they look at you, and they're sending out hate from their hearts and their mind. They're sending out hate from their soul towards you. I thank all of you who have joined. Please hit the like button, please. So we have an understanding that these people are able to use their eyes in order to send these silent attacks, these attacks through the air. A lot of these people who are sending these attacks upon you, they are familiar people. They are monitoring spirits. I've had people, attack me in this way in my life. I've had them certainly send attacks to me when they could not control me, when they could not send negative energy to me, and I had blocked it. And we'll get to the way that we can block that negative attack from those air spirits. Please hit the like button, guys. Thank you for your support. So, when they couldn't attack me, then, they were trying to monitor, what I had going on so that they can take my information back to, the person that they serve, the entity that they serve, so that they can send negative energy my way, so that they can siphon my energy in that way. So these people who are sending negative energy with their eyes, they are spiritual narcissists. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. They've done this to many people before. And you'll many times feel these attacks upon you. You'll feel these attacks upon you when it's around the holiday time, when they can't be a part of your life, when they can't ruin things for you. They will also speak things into existence in the air. They will speak things in the air. They will use their voice in order to speak things over rituals to send negative attacks upon you through the air. They will speak things into existence. And so in the same way that we believe that we can manifest and speak good things over our life, these spiritual narcissists are sending malevolent attacks upon your life, upon your health, upon your finances. So these attacks through the air, they can speak these things into existence over your life. They will try to belittle you. They will try to speak doubt into your life. They will try to attack you many times in ways that you don't know that they are attacking you. They will try to, belittle you in front of people. They will make remarks to bring you into a low self-esteem in front of people so that you feel hurt, that you feel wounded, that you feel a sense of injury or loss. These types of attacks are attacks through the air, through their voice. So we're going to understand here, we got an understanding of how we understand these types of attacks from the Holy Quran. And one of the ways that we understand this is through Surah At-Taba, and that's chapter 9, verse 32. And this is what it says in the Holy Quran. It says, they want to extinguish the light of God with their mouths, but God will perfect his light, although the disbelievers may hate it. So they want to attack you. Excuse me. They want to attack you with their mouth. They want to harm you. They want to bring you low with their mouth. And that is a way, using their voice in a negative way, using their temper in a negative way to say nasty things to you. That is a way to send air attacks upon your life, upon your money. I've had many people say to me that, a person, they had an argument. Someone that they know had an argument, and they were, in the next couple of days in turmoil. They were having problems with car problems. They were having problems on the job. They were having problems in their lives. And many times when we are having those types of attacks in our lives, that is because they are sending attacks through the air. Hi guys, how you doing? Of course you can stay. Yes, you can stay, definitely. Hands 44. Nice to see you. So, as we are understanding these types of attacks through the air that cause all kinds of disaster, that cause all kinds of, chaos, and they want to see these types of attacks in your life. It makes them happy in order to have these types of attacks in order to keep you in a low vibrational state. So we want to understand that if they're using their mouth in order to talk about you, create smear campaigns, in order to create these attacks upon your life, you're going to feel an oppressive spirit from these people. You're going to feel, an open space, some kind of eeriness when you're around these people. You're going to feel those silent attacks. You're going to, earlier this week, I was saying that these people, they don't want you to have anything in your life. And many times they will send attacks upon your health, your finances. They don't want you to have relationships. They want you to be reliant upon them. You will have spiritual narcissists in your family, in your community, in society that will send out negative attacks through their mouth. You can also see this in society where they can write policies and send out negative attacks over everyone that they want to control. And in many cases, you will have these people who are sending out these attacks. They cannot take it if someone were to, talk to them, talk down to them. They cannot take it if someone were to belittle them in front of someone. A lot of these people, they will take opportune moments in order to, control you, in order to make you feel bad in front of somebody, in order to belittle you. And that is, putting your light out. They're trying to dim your light, put your light out with their mouths so that they can control you. As long as you are in a low vibrational state, they have sent and they have attached to you an air spirit, an air attack. And there are different ways that you can cleanse that. And I give those methods on this channel in order to cleanse it. And there are many ways to cleanse it, but it really depends on what level. If it's on a greater attack where you have been, told to shut up as a child, when you have been, hidden as a child, when you have been belittled, in your adult life, saying that you'll never be anything, when you have been attacked in these ways that, it has become a malignant energy in your life, you will need a progressive way in order to cleanse this negative energy. So we understand that we have two different ways now that these people are attacking us in our lives: through the evil eye, and they're attacking us with their voice, with their mouth. They're putting their mouth on us. They're creating issues, chaos in the community, in the home, the smear campaigns. Now, there is also a third way that these people will attack you. They will pray negative prayers against you. They will pray negative attacks upon your life. They will say not only, that you're a bad person and create the smear campaigns against you. They will attack you. They will outright attack your dreams. They will come into your dreams. They will attack you, physically and mentally. They will send psychic attacks upon you. They will tell people that you're crazy. They will seek every way to show that you're crazy, to take over your gifts, to dim your light, to take every blessing that God has given you. So we understand this, that these narcissist people do not want to see you have any kind of blessings. They do not want to see you with anything. And they will use malevolent forces. They will use frequencies in order to attack you. These people are skilled at attacking people through the air. They will use malevolent practitioners in order to attack you, in order to take you to places and put you on altars, in order to, excuse me, in order to, take you out of your comfort zone, in order to show other people that you are not worthy of these gifts that you have. So it is the same thing that when you have somebody that is jealous of you on your job, they are trying to take you out of your comfort zone so that you will act a certain way. They have done things so that you will act a certain way. You will act out of character. They have spoken negative entities in the night over altars. They have spoken words, prayers, negative prayers over you in order to send attacks upon you in the night to your dreams. So in a lot of times you will have yourself, fighting in your sleep. You will start seeing the negative signs in your life. I've had, clients say that they're seeing the flies. They've been seeing maggots in their house. And they have been dreaming about negative entities in their house, snakes, opossums. So when you're having these negative entities, these persons have spoken negative prayers over your life. They've sent the air spirits to you. They've sent air attacks through the air to you. So we want to make sure that we can cleanse this negative energy. I have already given you different ways in order to cleanse the negative energy on this channel. We have been exposing a lot of people with these cleanses. We have been exposing those people who have sent those malevolent, manipulative attacks upon our life through the air. Those people in high places who have been sending attacks through policies and laws. Those people who have been in our lives who, want to do the less as possible, who want to live off of us, who want, to sell our gifts, to enslave us, the women, the children, the vulnerable among us. We have been exposing these people who have been sending those attacks through the air, not realizing that they said what they said over the internet, and it's going to play out against them. That attack is going to go back to them. There are a lot of different spiritual attacks that have gone forward in our lives. We have been exposing the people in our lives, our husbands, our wives. I had one client earlier today that reached out to me and said she got her son out of jail. He's unable to pay different things in his life. His car is impounded, because he has a girlfriend that sent negative energy to his mother, to him and his mother, their relationship. So you have to understand, when these people are sending negative energy through the air at you, it can take the shape of many different things. We do not want to see those negative entities in our dreams. We don't want them to manifest in our life. When we start to see those negative energies, those attacks from these people, these spiritual narcissists, we want to go ahead and start praying. We want to go ahead and start fasting. We want to have that connection and use the holy books, use our connection to God as a shield against those types of attacks. I've had a lot of people reach out to me and say, during this time of the year, during the holidays, They are under attack. I had one lady, her cat ran away. So we are having these understandings that you're under attack. People are sending attacks upon you because they can't have the life that you have. They don't have the blessings or the gifts upon them. There are people that are sending air attacks to you every single day because you're around them and they're in competition with you. So these are cleansing methods that we have given from the holy books as well, in order to cleanse this type of attack, this type of jealousy and envy. When you have a person that has been practicing this for a long time in your life, it will manifest in many different ways. So this is why earlier this week I have given you the citrine stone. I gave you the citrine stone that you can cleanse negative energy. It will, just act like a vacuum and suck up any kind of negative energy that is attacking your health, your wealth, your prosperity. But I also wanted to give you, different kinds of, cleanses that you can use with your citrine stone. And you can also use the citronella ritual cleanse. A citronella and your citrine stone, you're going to eat all yellow. You're going to eat, your yellow peppers. You're going to have, your spaghetti squash, different yellow vegetables that you're going to have, fruits, your grapefruits. You can do your yellow oranges. You can do different kinds of yellow fruit, your bananas. You want to do some of the pears, your yellow fruits with your citronella cleanse. You're going to cleanse anything out of you that may have been sent to your health, or someone may have fed you when you're using the citronella cleanse, the citronella and citrine cleanse. So you can also read Surah al-Shams over this. Read Surah al-Shams over your healing process, over any water that you want to anoint yourself or bathe with, your oil, so that you can cleanse this negative energy that has been sent to you inside and outside of you. Because usually when people are sending air attacks to you, it's usually a psychic attack. It's usually internal and external. You will see it manifest in your health internally. If it's been there for a long time, it will become malignant diseases in your body. A lot of people who have used this citronella cleanse, this citrine cleanse, they say that they have, had a bowel movement of yellow once they use this type of cleanse. So that's removing any toxic energy that has been fed to you in your body, that your body has been storing up. And in that way, you will also be able to identify the persons who have sent this negative energy to you. You will cleanse this negative energy, and you will be able to identify the person that sent this negative energy, because they will wonder why it's not working. They're going to come around you. They're going to call you. And I've had so many people that say, this person has come around me and tried to, give me a wig. This person has come around me and, only told me that I needed to do a fruit cleanse or whatever. And so they're trying to get me to say something to them, especially those people who have left and come back. I talked about that early this week. And the problem is that these people, they're not giving you a ritual. They're not giving you a cleanse. They're not addressing the issue. They're just siphoning energy. They're siphoning the energy so that, they can, keep getting you to come back to them, so that they can keep sending those negative spirits to you. The spirits that's already with you have not been cleansed. So I've been trying to tell these people, who do that, I've been trying to let them know that you need a spiritual cleanse. A spiritual cleanse when someone has sent an air spirit to you in order to attack your life. That is a psychic attack. That is a attack on your job. That's an attack in your family. People will begin to talk down to you. They'll talk crazy to you. They'll tell people that you're crazy. They will try to put you on medication. They will try to do, negative things in your life in order to set you off, because they want to say, there's that aha moment. That person is crazy. I told you so. So these are the negative, ways when people, like I say, they start cleansing and they stop. They think that, it's over with just 1 week. They think that, after these spirits have attacked them and they've cleaned, one or two spirits off of them, but they're not saying anything about these years of being, under attack from their parents, of years of being in a marriage and they're under attack. So we want to make sure that we're cleansing all of these air spirits, these attacks, these people who talk down to us, these people who sent the evil eye to us, these people who have taken us and spoken malevolent prayers over our lives. These people who have tried to send negative energies, to our dreams at night. Those are all air attacks. Those are all air attacks upon you, upon your life. There are people who will try to speak over, the wind. The wind, in order to attack you with the wind, in order to, create storms, especially if you're traveling for the holidays. This is what I have, been getting from my clients. They're traveling for the holidays, and, a storm it comes up as soon as they leave. And that means that you have people that's nearby you, close to you, in your family, your neighbors, people that, dislike you on your job. Soon as you get on the road with your family, a storm come up. They've called the wind, they've called the storm to attack you. So that is also using the air spirits, in order to attack you. So we have to make sure that we're protecting ourselves from these negative entities. We have to make sure that we are seeing what we're seeing. We're understanding. We're not just brushing it off. Please hit the like button, guys. We're not just, thinking that it's something that is going to go away. When people have sent these types of air spirits to you, they will go forward in your life if you do not pray against them. You have to be able to pray against them, whether you're using the Holy Quran or you're using the Holy Bible. Both books act as a shield against these people, these malevolent people who use this type of attack upon you, who use this type of attack with the evil eye on your health, who use this type of attack against your finances, whether you're in your home or at work. You will have to pray against these negative people. You will have to command that negative spirit out of your life. And again, I like to command that negative spirit with the 37th chapter of Psalms. I like to command that spirit with the 91st chapter of Psalms. I like the 139th chapter of Psalms, in order to command that spirit. And again, we have Surah Ikhlas, we have Surah Al-Mulk, we have Surah Falak, in order to remove those negative entities, those air spirits from us, with the Holy Quran. So we want to have these understandings that during the holidays, you're welcome, Share Bear. During the holidays, and this is why I wanted to give you this, that people who cannot immediately, be in your family setting, be in your vicinity, be in your home, you will feel those oppressive spirits, and you will have to pray over your family. People are sending negative entities so that you will have a hard time during the holidays, so that you will not have peace or joy during the holidays. Okay. And you have to be aware of it. A lot of people are getting a better understanding now that they have to pray over themselves. They have to pray over their relationships, their family, their life, because there are people in our own families that do not want you to move forward in life, that do not want you to do better than they are doing. So a lot of people who have reached out to me, and like I said, Sister Sanchez, her cat ran away on Friday after doing a bay leaf cleanse with the citrine stone. She did a bay leaf cleanse to protect her house, to protect her children, to protect them while they are traveling on the road. And her cat ran away on Friday, and she hasn't seen it since. So, it's like I told her, when God sent you those types of signs, that He has protected you from some kind of entity, an air spirit being attached to you, attacking you, so that you don't get on the road and see these large storms just form out of nowhere. We have to understand that praying against these entities and using the herbs that God has given us is a great way in order to have a connection to God, because you cannot have one without the other. If you're going to use the bay leaf cleanse, if you're going to use the citronella cleanse, you still are going to have to pray in order to command that spirit to be gone off of your finances, to be gone off of your family, to stop causing disaster off of your life, off of your health. You're going to have to pray no matter how you look at it. And if you do not want to pray, then you do not want to remove the negative entity. So this is why people do they do kind of weird things. They'll try to leave me, and then they'll try to come back to me, because I'm just gonna, drop it like it's hot. I'm gonna give you the honest truth that, if your practitioner that you went to, they're not telling you this, that I'm gonna pray for you. No, I can't pray for you. You need to be praying for yourself with me against this negative entity. This negative entity is attracted to your gifts. It's attracted to your family. It's attracted to your life. So if you're not going to pray against it with me, and you think just I'm supposed to pray for you and spend every waking moment, praying for you, and you're not going to do anything but just sit there, then the entity is going to be attached to you. It's going to, go forward in your life. You're not going to have any peace, and you're going to be, set up on by that person in the shadows that's looking at you with the evil eye and say, I got him now. I got him. This is where I always want them. They're running around trying to put out fires. Hey, hey, they're running around in their life. They don't know they're under attack. They running around like a chicken with their head cut off. This is what a lot of these people who send air attacks to you want. They do not want you happy. They do not want you to live better than them. They don't want you to have a better relationship with them. And in many cases, they only want you to serve them. So we have to make sure that we are cleansing this type of negative energy. We have different rituals. There are progressive rituals. These rituals will stop those attacks. It will give you a definite person that to identify the person that's doing this to you. When you're using these types of cleanses, these protection cleanses, these types of cleanses that you're asking God, for healing, to remove the negativity out of your home that's been sent to you. But when you're talking about a progressive cleanse, then you will have to reach out to me. You will have to do a cleansing with fasting. You will have to do a cleansing where you're praying as many times a day, even if you're at your desk at your job. You're gonna have to pray. When those people come around you trying to attack you with their mouth, not only are you going to have to tell them the truth in a nice way, like one of my clients, and she absolutely called me and say, well, my stepmother came over here and, she started, putting me down and said, you'll never be nothing. And that's why, you're not going to be a nurse anymore because they took the professional. And I asked her, I said, so what did you say to her? And she said, well, I told her really nice. Well, I have other things that I can do besides being a nurse. I have other professions that I can go into. Maybe I might open my own business, but what business is it of yours? Nobody asked your input. So that's what she had to tell her stepmother. And then she broke out with the style and started praying against this woman. When she started praying against her, and that spirit know that it could not control her, it could not bring her into a low vibrational state, that spirit left. It left in a hurry. And she called me and she had to thank me for, letting her know how to deal with these people, in her life that had these types of attachments, these spiritual narcissists. So I just wanted to give you this, that you're going to have to stand strong against those people who are not invited to your party. You're going to have to stand strong against these people that want to see you, in lack, that want to see you in sorrow, that want to see you in grief during your holiday. They are jealous of you, and they are definitely sending spiritual attacks, air attacks to everything that God has blessed you with. They are sending air attacks to your relationships, to your parties. They're sending air attacks to your health, to your mind, to your body. They want you to get sick during the holidays so that, you will not have a good time. They are sending different kinds of attacks. Like I say, one of my clients just got her son out of jail, so we are understanding. We are understanding that these people are definitely trying to attack you if they cannot control you. So if you guys want to reach out to me, if you're having these types of attacks in your life, you can reach out to me in the description below. You can reach out to me in my bio, so I can acclimate a gift to your situation. You can book your one-on-one sessions with me, your life coaching sessions, or your video chat sessions. You can also donate to my channel. You can like, share, and subscribe to me. Follow me on all of my platforms. I'm High Oracle, Reiki Spiritual Healer. Assalamu alaikum.